I was broke. Desperate times call for desperate things. I was working in a little restaurant in this time, but I was working as a host and I wasn't really getting paid a lot of money. And I was like, I want more money because I love money. So I went on YouTube. It's always YouTube, man. I looked up weird ways to make money online. And I found this video that said that there is this fetish called findom, which is basically men that like to get tortured and they give you money. Because it's basically men that like to go into financial ruins as long as they're giving their goddess the money. In that fetish, they call you goddess. Like, it's literally a thing. You're supposed to call the man peasant and you are the goddess. So when I saw that video, I was like, oh baby, I can do this. I don't have to see him in person. All I have to do is curse him out. I do that on a regular. So the first thing it said was I had to do an OnlyFans. At that time, OnlyFans wasn't a thing. So I didn't know what an OnlyFans was. So I started doing research and I found out what an OnlyFans was. And I made my little OnlyFans account. When I made my OnlyFans account, I didn't get nobody hitting me up because I didn't promote that OnlyFans anywhere. I really thought it was gonna be real easy. So I decided to make a Twitter with the name Tori. Yeah, I wasn't gonna use my real name, Sweet Cheeks. God forbid I get a crazy man. So I made the account under Tori. On Twitter, I started looking up.
You nasty.
I started looking up how to promote my OnlyFans for the fandom. There was this account that you can pay to promote your OnlyFans in. I paid the account. Oh my God, I just sneezed for 20 times. So don't think that I'm crying. I paid to promote my OnlyFans here and I still didn't get people on my OnlyFans. So I started focusing on getting clients on Twitter. On Twitter, I would post videos saying I'm a beautiful goddess that deserves a peasant to bow down to my knees. Guys, I'm a little crazy and the little things I do for money, it's a little crazy. I just never sell my cooch for money and I never give these little lips for money. But other than that, babes, we doing anything for money, especially if it's online, babes, I don't give a crap. So I got a message from a guy saying, hey goddess. In the video that I saw, the girl said, when a man sends you a message, you're supposed to tell them, how dare you send me a message with no shmoney? So I said, how dare you send me a message with no shmoney? And I put my Cash App right under. The funny thing is, on Twitter, my name was Tori, but my Cash App said Liz. He sent me $50. I said, cha-ching, I'm rich. So then I said, that's all you got? I'm about to block you right now. And I put my block fee so they can pay you the money so you can unblock them because they like that weird freaky thing. That man did not pay me. That man did not pay to unblock me because I went in a little too hard. Babe, I just had started. I don't know who told me to have that confidence. So then I was like, all right, at least I got 50 from him. I learned with him. So then I get another message from a guy. Same thing, hey goddess. And I said, how dare you message me without no money? And then he tells me I want you to rate my little friend downstairs. And I said, okay, send it. In my head, I'm okay, if this fetish is humiliating, when you send me that picture, I gotta humiliate you. He sends me the picture and I'm on some, ew, is that a strip? The littlest thing I've ever seen in my life. I never seen something that small. You should be disappointed. That's actually disgusting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna block you. And then I put the block fee and then I put my Cash App there. He didn't pay to get unblocked. Guys, in the beginning, it was truly embarrassing, truly embarrassing. Days passed and I started talking to more men. I started getting the little groove of things. I started to get the little hang of things. So there was this guy that messaged me, same thing. I say, how dare you send me, you know. So this guy was like, I want to give you all my rent money. I said, what? I have a conscience. I'm like, wait, what? I don't want you to go bankrupt because of me. But then I thought, babes, if he don't send it to me, he's gonna send it to somebody else. So forget that. You can get evicted if that's what you want, babes. Send that shmoney right now. So he then told me I would love a picture of your toes. I didn't have my toes done. So I took a picture of my toes and I went into Facetune and I've tuned that up and I sent it right away. He said, can I get a better picture with your feet dirtier? So I said, okay. I went outside. I started walking on the mud and I came back inside and I sent him a picture. That man sent me $100. He said, perfect. I said, ooh. I then joined a group on Twitter and the group was basically girls that do fandom and that would give advice. The girls there would tell me to make a cake account and commented on the specific Twitter account. So I did just that. I made a cake account and I posted my cake account. In my cake account, that's when the smoney started raining in. In that cake account, I started receiving messages from freak things. I got a message from this one guy That one guy had a little liking to this little girl here. He asked me for some panties. And I said like, oh, do you want like a picture? He said, no, can you send me your panties? And I said like, okay. Because again, I don't mind, babes. I really don't mind. He then says, but I want used panties. I was like what? Like, he was like, yes, preferably like after you done a workout. I thought like, babes, that's gonna be sweating down there. What you mean after I done a workout? What type of freaking thing is this? And I said, okay, because yeah, I find it weird, but guess what? I'm a weirdo too. I'ma send those panties. Days passed and he got the panties and he sent me a picture of him like sniffing the panties. Creepy, man. Creepy, man. That same man decided to ask me for some socks. He was like, can you please send some socks over? And can they please be dirty socks? So what did I do, babes? What did I do? I went outside and I went in the mud and I got them dirty. And I took a picture and I told him like, I'm gonna send these over. He said, I do not want those because you can clearly tell like you just got them dirty. I want some socks that you've walked around like throughout with the whole day and preferably like work out with them. And I was like, but like, do you want them like socks that I use like with sneakers? He was like, yes, like go outside with the sneakers and everything, use the socks, work out and everything, then come back home, remove the sneakers and like walk around your house with those socks. And I was like, oh, okay. And I send them those socks. So then I was like, okay, I did it for a couple because he was paying me like per pair of socks. So I did like 3 pairs of socks. And I threw in a little clean sock in there too, you know, just in case. You know, he loved it, pappy. So he became like one of my regular clients. I then received a message from this other man. And while we're talking, I tell him like, let's play a game. The game that I wanted to play was this game that's in Findom. That's basically like a wheel that he spins and whatever it lands on, he has to do. So the wheel was basically like, send me $100, send me a gift card, buy me everything in my Amazon, like in my Amazon list, stuff like that. Babes, I sent that wheel, he landed on, buy me everything in my Amazon link. I sent him that Amazon link real quick and he said, cha-ching, he bought it, babes. I was a millionaire. I was a millionaire. I was a millionaire. Jeff Bezos ain't got nothing on me. At that point, I was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk to anybody because, babes, I am rich. So I eventually like stopped receiving like messages through Kick and like I wasn't like getting like good stuff like on Twitter. So I moved on to Instagram, my personal Instagram, because I'm insane in the head. I started putting hashtags in all my pictures, pay pigs, Findom, like proof right here, babes. This is literally one of my pictures where I put like pay pig. Once I did that, my DMs were flooded because now I have credibility. Because in the Twitter, you can tell like it was a new account. Kick, I don't know what was going on there. But on Instagram, you can tell like I'm a real person. Like I'm the actual girl from the pictures. So on my Instagram, I received a message from this guy called Dwight. Let's call him Dwight. I like that name. I tried the whole thing again.
How dare you message me without sending me no money?
He sends me the money and then I hit it again with,
Ew! Ew, that's the amount you're about to send me? Boy, please, we are not doing that.
I didn't say it like that, guys. I literally said like, how dare you send me that little bit of money? Like, that's all you think I'm worth? And I blocked him right there and I sent him like the little Cash App thing. Babe, he sent me money through Cash App and I unblocked him right away. I guess since he saw like, this is the actual girl, like, is she a baddie? Like, I actually want to talk to her. By the way, this thing is so crazy that literally there's men that pay to get walked through the street on a leash. Like, do you guys see that video that I have on the screen right now? Yeah, real life crazy, real life weird fetishes. So Dwight was pretty cool, pretty chill from what I thought. Wait, what am I saying? Pretty cool, pretty chill? These men were weird. What am I saying? What? I was speaking to Dwight for a couple days and he asked me for like feet pics. He asked me for like panties and all of that. And babes, what I do, I sent it because I'm a maniac, because I'm crazy. So then while me and Dwight are talking, this man tells me, how much would you charge me to send me your scrunchie? Your used scrunchie. I said, absolutely not. Because babes, it's giving witchcraft. Like, do you want to do some witchcraft with this girl? Absolutely not. So he said, okay, like, I apologize. Rightfully so. And then I tell him, like, the most I can do is, like, send you, like, some feet pics. So I proceed and I send him, like, the little feet pics. And he sends me the shmoney. I don't know how we got to the conversation, but we both ended up finding out that we're from New York. So one day I'm working in the restaurant, you know, hosting people, greeting. And then while I'm working my main job, I'm there working my side job here on my phone. I get a message from Dwight. And then he sends me a voice note. Man, that voice note was so creepy because it literally sounded like a creepy little white man. Cause like, okay, like I can chat with you guys through text, but like putting like a voice to it was really weird. But did that stop me? Absolutely not. I continued to talk to him. Since we both knew we lived in New York, he told me if I can meet up with him so I can give him my poop. I said, what? He said, I will give you $1,000 for your poop. I said, oh, $1,000 for my poop. Absolutely not. So then he said, how about $2,000? I said, absolutely not. Because my thing is like, how am I supposed to go about this? Like put a bag in my toilet and like poop inside that bag, wrap it up, put it in a box, then let me go on the train with this. Cause he wanted to meet up in Brooklyn Junction, like in the train station. So it's like, let me go on the train with this, like a box full of poop. Like what? That I love money, but like there's things that it's like a hard pass. I don't care how much money it is. Like it's a hard, I mean, if it's like $1 million, like babe, I'll give you all the poop. So right there, I blocked that man. Cause babes, you got me messed up. You got me messed up. After that, I continued to do it for like years. Like literally last time I like spoke to somebody through Findom was literally like what, 2 years ago or maybe like a year ago, because I always had the hashtag in my pictures. So I still would always get DMs. It wasn't up until now that I like archived all my pictures that I don't get DMs anymore. But babes, like if you put hashtag Findom, hashtag PayPig, they're gonna message you. If you like the story time, I know you're gonna like the story time about the time a girl abandoned her daughter with me. Yes, not clickbait. I actually put receipts in that story time. If you wanna see that story time, click the video in the following picture.
Cute or nah. Thirsty or nah. Be with ta. Nah. No, I'm not talking about Omaha, ma. I'm talking about that nah in the block, not in the